Hi, my name is Chelsea Jones. I'm from Chelsea Jones Art, and I'm just here to kind of tell a little bit of my origin story of how I decided to start pursuing art full-time or in a professional manner. I've been painting since I was 5 years old, or pretty much as early as I could paint. Everybody in my family is artistic. My dad, he draws, my brother draws, everybody draws or paints or writes or does something like that. So it wasn't really difficult for me to kind of grasp onto something creative. What changed for me was when my boyfriend told me to start selling my art. I was not doing well selling all of my things, my shoes, my skateboard, anything I have, I was just selling it. And he's like, well, why don't you sell your art? And I was like, my art's not good enough to sell. So he said, well, why don't you just make an Instagram for it and post it? And so that's what I did, just for, well, whatever, I should just post my art somewhere and we'll see maybe if the public likes it. And sure enough, not 5 days after I posted my Instagram page, did Raw Artist Canada reach out to me, and basically the deal was if I could sell 20 tickets to their show, I could display and sell my art at their venue and they wouldn't take any commission from it. So I just thought to myself, well, at first, how am I going to sell 20 tickets? There's not 20 people that believe in me. And it was really easy. I had family members that couldn't make it there physically but bought tickets online. I had friends that couldn't make it that bought tickets online, people that bought tickets and showed up. But at the end of the day, I sold more tickets than I needed to sell. So I actually did get to make a commission off of that. And so I showed up to the show and I thought, okay, well, it's a really good opportunity. At least I could say I showed at a gallery. Somebody asked me how much one of my paintings were, and I was just like, $60. He bought it from me. Then I was standing around and I was talking. People were asking me about my art, asking me about my social media so that they could follow my art. And I sold another painting and I sold it for $60. And this customer sent me $120 instead of $60. I said, oh my gosh, I think you made a mistake. And she said, looking at your body of work, this piece had to be worth more than $60. So good luck on your journey. And that really, that was really important to me. That gave me the motivation and the confidence to feel like my art was worth something. And that not only would people be willing to purchase it, but people would be willing to support in my journey and to be behind me. So that was really important to me. And so it motivated me. The next piece that I sold it for $100. The next piece I sold it for $100 and she didn't even haggle me about it. She drove over here and she picked it up herself and she asked me how could she take care of it. And I sold 2 paintings already by then, so it was the first time anybody ever asked me that. I do glaze most of my paintings, so that makes them waterproof, and that way you could wipe it with a baby wipe and it's not a problem. But she bought it with the intention of taking good care of it so that it would last a long time. That meant a lot to me too, because as an artist, you let go of your originals and you never see them again. And it really, I think about my originals all the time because they're my babies. So that was the second painting that I sold. Right then, I kept it up with my Instagram. I made other social media accounts. I enrolled in an online digital marketing course so that I could learn how to market better. I did research on the art market. And I sold another piece after that. That piece, I sold it online, so I had to ship it. I was able to get experience from that transaction by learning how do I want to package my items, realizing I need to get a P.O. box. What do I want to include in the packaging? You know what I mean? So that was a really great experience. And, that meant a lot to me. And that customer also sent me a picture of the painting up on the wall. So that really made me feel good. And, so I started delving in, working harder, honing my technique, and I sold another painting. I was getting a lot of offers on this painting and I started to get extremely attached to my artwork. So this painting, I didn't price it to sell. I priced it how I felt fairly. That a lot of these customers who reached out, they wanted the original piece. And I put that price in the comments on TikTok, on Instagram. I said the same price. Yeah, I'm going to get back to you on Friday. I'm going to get back to you on Friday. Nobody ever got back to me. I was like, good. And it used to hang up right there. And I went to Toronto for my Raw Artist Toronto show. And one of my followers right here on Instagram, who's been following me since I was Puff Natty doing hair products, she bought a ticket at the door. Why do I keep crying? She bought a ticket at the door. I was dancing, supporting one of the other artists. You know, it's really hard to be on stage for these things. And I was just supporting the artists. And somebody came and she was dancing with me. And I felt good because I'm not in Montreal. I don't know anybody here. I was like, oh, yay. So I was dancing. And then she leans into me. She goes, Chelsea. And I was like, she knows my name. And she said, I'm here to buy your painting. And I was like, okay, well, right this way. So we walk over to my section, and she's like, oh, I'm from TikTok. I sing at Siobhan. And right away, I was like, because she was wearing a mask, rightfully so. She was wearing a mask, and I could see her eyes, but that's about as much as you can see on TikTok, too. And I told her the price, and I was like, oh, yeah, I'll take it. And that's it. And my boyfriend didn't set up the Square on his phone because my phone doesn't have a jack, and I don't have like $300 for the contact thing yet. So she waited actually for 15 minutes for the thing to boot up. It felt so unprofessional. And she bought it, and that really sent me. Now here we are in the trenches. You're like, I'm not as successful. Like, you're not going to hear that I've sold anything for hundreds of thousands of dollars. I'm just starting out. But I figured if I bring you guys on this journey and you start out with me, then we can grow together. These people that you cultivate relationships with online, these are real people and they will support you. So when I say put your art online, what I'm saying is go out and get your community, get your village, get your people that will support you. That's what I'm saying. Put your art online, not just because, oh, someone's going to buy it right away, you're going to get rich tomorrow. No, you are building a community behind you based on who you are and what you want to do, and not any expectations because they met you as an artist. Introduce yourself to your future fans by creating an online presence for yourself. And anyway, that's my story. I'm Chelsea Jones.